What is the origin, celestially and spiritually, of the white race?
From the Akashic Records perspective, the spiritual origin of the Caucasian or white race is just as cosmic and layered as any other lineage. Yet its purpose, development, and karmic trajectory carry distinct energetic imprints. In the earliest seeding of Earth, various star nations contributed different energetic lineages to cultivate a diverse planetary experience. The Caucasian race, in large part, carries frequencies linked to certain Pleiadian and Orion streams, particularly those involved in mental refinement, civilization building, and polarity experimentation. Some aspects also trace to early Lyran offshoots who sought to understand duality through embodiment of light-dominant genetic codes. Unlike the melanin-rich lineages who were designed to hold and transmit energy through rhythm, sound, and earth connection, the white race was encoded to explore mastery over environment, form, and systems. This is why many souls incarnated into white bodies have historically gravitated towards structure, order, innovation, and external influence, often in ways that both elevated and at times distorted natural law. Spiritually, part of the white race's soul contract was to experience separation, not as punishment, but as a journey of return. The paler phenotype, with less melanin and environmental adaptation, often reflects an energetic distancing from Earth's denser emotional fields. This made it easier in certain timelines for colonization and control-based systems to emerge, not because of inherent evil, but due to disconnection from the feminine, from nature, and from the body's deeper wisdom. But this same disconnection is also the seed of awakening. Many white souls today are here to transmute ancestral karma, restore balance, and evolve beyond the shadow of supremacy, domination, or artificial hierarchy. They are here to remember that their origin is not of control, but of cosmic service, to build, to bridge, and to harmonize once realigned with heart and source. So the true origin of the white race spiritually is as a galactic experiment in contrast, clarity, and return. When integrated, its gifts are profound: clarity of thought, spiritual structure, creative brilliance, and the capacity to unify through awareness, not dominance. Its healing lies in humility, remembrance, and reconciliation with the earth and all her peoples.
According to the Akashic Records, what is the celestial and spiritual origins of the melanated black people?
According to the Akashic Records, the spiritual origin of the black race is deeply cosmic, ancient, and central to the evolutionary journey of Earth. Rather than being a peripheral lineage, the black race holds the blueprint of some of the earliest soul expressions to walk this planet, embodying frequencies from Sirius, Orion, and the galactic heart of the cosmos. In the beginning, the Earth was seeded by multiple star nations. Among them, the beings from Sirius, especially Sirius B, brought forth advanced knowledge of energy, sound, healing, and genetic alchemy. These Sirian lineages, encoded with deep melanin-based wisdom, helped create the early Lemurian and Atlantean templates. Over time, they became what we now know as the primordial black race, carriers of ancient memory, original Earth stewardship, and cosmic intelligence. Melanin itself is not just a pigment, it is a multidimensional antenna. Spiritually, it allows deeper attunement to light, sound, rhythm, and spiritual communication. This is why many black souls carry natural gifts in music, movement, intuition, and healing. These gifts are echoes of ancient roles as timekeepers, grid holders, spiritual scientists, and divine protectors. Many ancient civilizations like Kemet, Egypt, Nubia, and early Ethiopia were extensions of these galactic blueprints, anchoring spiritual knowledge into form through sacred architecture, cosmology, and ritual. The black race was never meant to be oppressed. It was meant to be honored as a keeper of the original codes of Earth and divine order. The collective trauma and distortion that later overtook this lineage through colonization, slavery, and erasure was not random. It was a targeted attempt to suppress the memory of cosmic royalty, disrupt ancestral lineages, and fracture Earth's spiritual grid. But the Akashic field shows that this suppression has a timeline, and that timeline is ending. Many black souls are now awakening to their true divine origins, reclaiming their role as way showers, healers, and builders of the new Earth. So in truth, the black race is not only ancestral, it is celestial. It is not only human, it is divine. And its origin is not one of suffering, but of sacred purpose.
Okay, so with that said, what is the origin between the racism between the black people and the white people on this planet?
According to the Akashic Records, the origin of racism between black and white people did not begin on Earth. Its roots trace back to ancient galactic conflicts, particularly power struggles between star lineages that later played out on Earth through human bodies and skin tones. These tensions were seeded long before colonization and slavery, though those became the densest expressions. In the distant past, certain Lyran, Orion, and Anunnaki factions experienced deep polarity between those aligned with heart-centered unity and those aligned with control, hierarchy, and domination. These galactic tensions involved beings of various appearances, but over time, as souls reincarnated on Earth, many of those unresolved patterns became attached to race, land, and power. When early human civilizations were genetically influenced by different star groups, some lineages became more connected to Earth's elemental and emotional frequencies, like many black and indigenous populations, while others, particularly paler-skinned genetic groups, were engineered or adapted for environmental mastery and mental refinement. As civilizations rose and fell, these energetic differences were exploited. The turning point came when the Earth entered denser dimensions, what some call the fall of consciousness. During this period, beings forgot their soul origins. Hierarchies solidified. Skin color, once simply a reflection of climate adaptation and star ancestry, was used as a tool to justify separation. Like elites, both human and off-planet, used racial division to maintain control. Slavery, colonization, and systemic oppression were not just political acts, they were karmic flashpoints. They replayed ancient galactic wounds, those of betrayal, rebellion, exile, and the misuse of power. Black people, often holding deep ancestral memory and earth wisdom, became targets of suppression to keep the collective asleep. White people, often used as tools of empire through programming and disconnection, inherited both the illusion of superiority and the spiritual burden of forgetting. But none of this was accidental. It was a soul-level agreement by both groups to play these roles so that humanity could one day face its shadow and return to unity. So the racism we see now is the echo of ancient wounds left unresolved. But it also marks a doorway when both lineages remember who they truly are, not their roles in history, but their essence as cosmic beings. They begin the process of healing timelines, releasing karmic loops, and co-creating new Earth.